Hello, and welcome to Little Planet Wonder. Our journey begins millions of years ago, during the longest chapter in human history. Way back before cities, farming, writing, or even metal, our ancestors survived with little more than stone, fire, and an extraordinary ability to adapt. In this journey, we'll discover how the Stone Age laid the foundations for everything that followed. The Stone Age began around 3.3 million years ago, when our earliest human ancestors first started shaping stones into simple cutting tools. Stone was one of the toughest natural materials early humans could readily shape into sharp edges. For cutting meat, preparing animal skins, chopping wood, and making spear points. Because it became their most important technology, historians call this immense period the Stone Age. Although this era is named after stone, people also relied heavily on wood, bone, antler, leather, and plant fibers, most of which rarely survive for archaeologists to discover today. It endured for an astonishing length of time. More than 3 million years. In fact, if the whole story of humanity filled 100 pages, around 99 of them would belong to the Stone Age. For almost all of human history, there were no bronze swords, iron tools, or great cities. Stone remained at the heart of daily life. Families and small communities hunted wild animals, gathered berries, nuts, and roots, caught fish, and searched constantly for fresh water and safe places to shelter. Most traveled in small groups, moving with the seasons and following the animals they depended upon. Their tools were simple by modern standards, but their knowledge of the natural world was remarkably deep. They understood every part of the land around them. They knew which plants were safe to eat. They planned hunts together, cared for injured members of their communities, taught children essential survival skills, and spent many hours carefully shaping tools that helped them survive. Some stone hand axes became so effective that people continued making almost the same design for well over 1 million years. Then came one of humanity's greatest discoveries: fire. It provided warmth during freezing winters, frightened away dangerous predators, and allowed food to be cooked, making it safer to eat and easier to digest. It also enabled people to settle in colder parts of the world that had once been almost impossible to inhabit. Fire brought people together. Long before books or writing, knowledge was carried in spoken words. Stories, memories, and practical lessons were shared from one generation to the next, helping each new child understand the world around them. This immense period was also a time of extraordinary wildlife. Humans lived alongside woolly mammoths, giant deer, and in some places, saber-toothed cats. So much water was locked inside giant ice sheets that sea levels were much lower than they are today. Britain was connected to mainland Europe by broad plains of dry land, including a place we now call Doggerland. People and animals could walk where the North Sea lies today. As the climate warmed and the great ice sheets melted, the sea slowly rose, covering this ancient landscape beneath the waves. Our ancestors traveled astonishing distances. Around 50,000 years ago, humans had reached Australia, meaning they had already crossed stretches of open sea using simple boats or rafts. Many thousands of years before the great sailing ships of later history. Yet it was also an age of creativity. More than 40,000 years ago, artists painted animals onto cave walls using natural pigments made from charcoal and minerals. Some of these paintings still survive today. Looking at them is like looking directly into another human mind across 40,000 years. We still do not know exactly why many of these paintings were created. They may have told stories, celebrated successful hunts, or held spiritual meaning. People also carved small statues, made jewelry from shells and teeth, and played simple musical instruments made from bone. Then another enduring partnership emerged. Dogs. Some wolves gradually formed closer relationships with people. Over many generations, they became the first dogs, the earliest animals to live alongside humans. It became one of the longest partnerships in human history. Towards the end of the Stone Age, another great change began. People learned to farm. For the first time, many families could remain in one place for years instead of following the seasons in search of food. Instead of moving constantly, they began growing crops and keeping animals. Villages appeared. Populations grew. Towards the end of the Stone Age, people in southern England built Stonehenge, shortly before the Bronze Age transformed many societies. This immense chapter of human history came to an end at different times in different places, as people discovered new metals and entered the Bronze Age. Yet its legacy remains everywhere. Fire, art, music, the first farmers, humanity's oldest friendship with dogs, and the first great journeys across continents. For millions of years, stone was humanity's greatest technology. Every kingdom, city, and civilization that followed began here. If this little journey sparked wonder, we'd love to have you with us on future journeys. Consider subscribing to Little Planet Wonder. Thanks for listening and for exploring these moments with Little Planet Wonder.